morning. Hello. Hi, cats and nuggets. How's everybody? Okay, so I decided to come live because I had a couple of people asking when I would, so I just picked a time and here we are. And it seems as if a lot is going on in the world as usual. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna plug in so I don't lose you guys, hopefully. Hi, Dave. Yeah, Gina's video is beautiful. And she's been getting those. They've just become more and more clear. So we're understanding it's like definitely a dimensional thing, interdimensional aspect to things there. And it does seem as if, it's becoming more and more clear. Like we were speaking of not too long ago, the veils are still thinning and all of that. How's everybody? Hi, Karen. Oh, good, Dave. I'm glad. Same. I was just outside for a few minutes and it's absolutely beautiful here. Last night, as usual. Beauty there. Where are you at, Karen? Yeah, that's a salt lamp. Gives off good ions, which there's a lot to do with ions. Not only is it dimensions, but it's the ionosphere, which I hope to learn a lot more about. But we also have ion aspect of the Jupiter electrical realm, which interestingly enough, I'm hearing being talked about in the science community, which is great. I'm a little weary of science that's published or that's supported, I should say. Yeah, it's beautiful, the salt lamp. It really helps to clear the energy, gets rid of the negative ions, and promotes the positive ions. So I'm wondering if the negative ions are, I wonder what that has to do with the dark leaving or the dark and the light, and Saturn magnetic versus Jupiter electric. Really, that's amazing. I have a 5 and below near me. I love that place. I got a hula hoop, Dolly Daydream inspired, but it's really lightweight. So I don't know if it's just me, if I need to practice more, or if that makes it more difficult. I think I need to get a good one. I remember when I used to go to festivals back in the day, not that long ago, but yeah, back in the day, before I was a mom, really, and there used to be some of the most amazing like fire dancers and hula hoopers, and I would love to coordinate a community event. I started to, and it just did not have the support that I anticipated about a year and a half ago. It was pretty disappointing. I was coordinating with a couple of people in the community, and I don't know, I think people are just going through a lot. There's different aspects of everybody. And of course, I was going through a lot, but I was just trying to pull through, because through all the hardships and through all of the inability to really, get anywhere and the constant spinning of my wheels, I still had ambition and drive and dreams. And yeah, some of that was probably fueled by programming, and some of it is naturally like who I am and my drive for life and the spark inside of us. I'm still a young pup. I am, well, not really, but thank you. Okay. My computer never wants to stay on. And anyway, when I woke up, I noticed that there was a lot of there was some storms that went around. I wasn't there. I wonder if my stuff is being, did you guys get a notification? Yeah, I was just outside though, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Let me see what I can pull up to show you about, you know, the beauty surrounding right now. I'm working on a couple of videos. Hi, Marlon. No notification. Hi, Scott. Solar King. Yeah, if you all don't mind, I'm just gonna take my time and see if we can circulate this a little bit more. But yeah, no rush, right? Oh, good. Not much chemtrails, and when they do, it seems they disappear. Exactly. Totally the density changing. I'm starting to understand that I think that we are literally meeting the sky, like somehow as we ascend, and I've been explaining it as, you know, the stars appear distant to us because they're ascended beings, and we are appearing distant to entities like archons and some of the lower level matrix, you know, sucking, energy sucking type things. We are appearing as a distant star energetically to those things. So I think we're really, you know, moving on up. Lots of tornadoes. Yes, Scott, I want to show you a couple of things, and I think that, you know, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that shortly. 'Tis the season, yeah. Yes, okay. Yeah, it is the season, yeah. So, I mean, I'm wondering, I see a little bit of what's being reported. And of course, that is that there are major storms. Oh, no, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not, Scott. No way. I don't think so. I don't believe that. Not at all. Hey, Love and Grace. So glad you're here. No, these are not man-made. No, I don't think so, Scott. No way. But I hear you. I mean, I think that's what the official, unofficial truth or narrative is. You know what I mean? So I completely understand where you're coming from. I really do. I completely understand where you're coming from. But that would be Satan trying to take credit for God's work, as per usual. You know what I mean? Well, you don't have to believe me, but it's out of love for everybody. So I don't know. It can be hidden for a lot longer. It can continue to be hidden, but I think that everybody will understand it eventually. I mean, it seems like there was like hardly any casualties, which is a beautiful thing. Not to discount the casualties that are happening, because there are a few, if not several. So every life is precious. Mm-hmm. Hi, anonymous Pleiadian pilot. So did you experience anything? Did you hear, or did you just wake up to noise, or what, Scott? Do you mind reporting just a little something? Do you have any insight other than they're man-made? Geoengineering. Nope. Wrong again, Marlon. Hi, Linnea. Hey, one hot minute. Linnea, I was like, I had to leave that chat the other day. I really did. I think things are being so misconstrued all the way around. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for being here. It's awful. I don't even know where to start. So, other than continue to, oh, good. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you. I love you all. I love you. Other than to just, I don't know that people have to listen to their heart and that they will have a clear knowing and understanding. Grossly misconstrued. Thank you. I've got my kava right here and my kratom drink and let it all unfold. Okay, well, yes, yes. But I have to report on these things and the truth, and it can get pretty frustrating. And it feels very strange to feel like I'm the only one seeing these things and saying these particular things, and that they're being so dismissed and so hidden. And even right now, I mean, thank God for some of you guys that get through, and I love you here for being here. And there's others that it just lets me know that, like, oh my God, this is never gonna get anywhere. I don't know what is trying to be accomplished. Like, as we can see, these things will take place, and these storms are going to do exactly what they're meant to do. They're very precise, and obviously they have a purpose, and that is to purify. And that's what we see. And I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be grossly misconstrued, but here we are. I love you. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Why don't I just read a few messages that are coming through? I love you. Scott, come back and see what I'm saying a little later. I think you'll. That's what I'm also realizing. I don't know that anybody understands my truth or that I'm like really conveying it properly. And so I'm definitely going to try to clear up some of, I don't know, the conceptions that I'm having. So yeah, I think that I can't. Hi, National Memorial Guard. When I started this channel, I was led to much information, and there was a lot of information out there about the Hopi Indians and their prophecies and how they spoke of this time. And I was watching closely, and they spoke of when the blue star Kachina, made its appearance and its arrival, that would signify the emergence of anywhere. I think those portals and stuff that were being talked about and all those pocket things, I think we've already experienced all that. I mean, yeah, some are like the collective is still probably experiencing so much of that. But those things are happening like right under our nose, and it's hard to believe, and it takes a minute to sit back and really understand what that means. I apologize about my screen and the boringness. But yeah, it's good to be here. What's going on here? My screen's locked anyway, isn't it? Looks like my screen is locked. Lovely. So that's what happened to me last time. Anyway, so I see that it speaks a lot, and we can go through it again. Yeah, the orange screen is stuck. Yeah, it's a red activation. Thank you. Always looking at the bright side. I love you. And that's the thing. We have to stop and look at the bright side of what this means. Like, this stuff is happening in the ether, under our nose, in front of us, in plain sight. There's a lot of things. And So it spoke of eventually the purifier showing up, spoke of the blue and red Kachina showing up, which I've watched and I've documented, but apparently not everybody